Oh, that's actually a very easy question to answer because my hero is my father. He was actually a very special person. He's been deceased since 2011, but such a hardworking individual. I learned so much from him, so dedicated, but he had a true servant's heart. And I see that in my classroom every day because you know as a teacher that you inherit everyone's furniture and bookshelves, and he came to my classroom and helped me paint everything and give it a fresh coat of paint. So when I go to my bookshelves, which is daily, and take a book off the shelf and see the white bookshelves that my dad painted for me, I think, oh, Dad, you're here in the classroom with me. So he's my hero.
My hero, I'd have to say, is my dad. Growing up, he's always instilled qualities for me to have, which is working hard, and even working hard when it may not be noticed, and that it always pays off, and to not always just be good, but be better, and always self-reflect on yourself and how you can do better. And I don't think I would be the teacher that I am today if it weren't for those things that he tried to instill in me. And I'm also trying to teach my students those qualities, that they can do good, and don't just do good, do better. You have so much potential beyond what you think.
The hard thing about art is so often, especially the older ones, have a vision for what they think their art is going to look like. And the constant battle that I have with them is that artists actually all have the same problem. Recreating what's in our head on paper is not always easy, and that vision rarely comes to form the way we mentally see it. So we spend a lot of time saying a few phrases. We do our best and nothing less.
The culture and climate of a classroom really begins with relationship. I allow the students and their families into my life. I allow them to get to know me as a teacher, but I also allow them to get to know me as a person. I'm very transparent in sharing my experiences and my struggles, which allows me to get to know the students and their families on a different level.
I create a positive environment for learning by really building relationship with my students, introducing them to my world. At the beginning of the year, I show them a PowerPoint with pictures of my family and everything I did over the summer, and really try to teach to their interests and get to know them as well. Attend after-school events. I've been to award ceremonies and dance competitions and basketball games on the weekends. Praising my students and then showcasing their artwork is really important to me, whether it's throughout the school building or in the community. We showcase work at Kroger and the library, in restaurants, and different art shows to really, build their confidence and give them something to look forward to.
So I think when I started teaching, we didn't really have an understanding of mental health. And we're kind of in a mental health crisis right now in education. We didn't understand it. We would just label them as bad kids, and they would get, sent here or there. But now we truly have an understanding more of what's going on with these kids. And I feel like we have so many more services in place. We have so many more resources available. It's still not perfect. We're not there yet. But the advancements that we've made, I think, are pretty remarkable. And I'm excited that I'm teaching right now and I'm seeing those changes happen.
There's definitely a more individualized approach to their learning, like pushing to meet their individual needs, using all the different testing data that you have to know what each group of kids needs versus this is what the next lesson is, and everybody gets the same thing.
What I love most about teaching is seeing the students mastering the standards and reaching their gusty goals that I have set for them, because their little faces just light up when they realize that, hey, I can do this. And celebrating their success, they love celebrating, and that makes it happy for them when they've done it. They want me to call their parents and tell them how well they've done, and just letting them know that I believe in them and that they can do it.
The thing I love most about teaching would be the students, of course. But as a special education teacher, I think there's maybe a special moment. I think the magic is really not in the aha moment as much as it's in the moment where they know that they can do something, where a student with disability says, I can do it, Miss B. And when they are able to say that kind of positive statement about themselves, that's the thing I love most.